Morning, everybody. Mike from the Relating Revolution, and a little bit of a heavy heart this morning. I was just speaking to my sons about my cousin Andy. Andy just died, and he died, and they asked, did he die of old age? Which is the question my kids always want to know about. And no, he didn't. He died of, in some ways, probably a hard life. And Andy was a really unique guy. He was a really, he was like, I mean, you can't even imagine how unique and extraordinary and special and different this guy was. And what I explained to my kids this morning is how important it is to be kind. Because Andy, in one respect, had the freedom and the courage to really rip it and to be this unique, extraordinary person that was like on the fringes of things and wild and creative and spectacular. And then there was also an amazing sadness and unrest and a feeling of, and I just can't help wonder how much of that came from the cruelty of being judged, of not being accepted, of being treated unkindly, because of his uniqueness, because of actually the gems of who he is, because of the very gifts that he had to share with all of us that were in some environments underappreciated and maybe even slandered and shamed. And so my son Finn said, so what you're saying, Dad, is like, it's really being kind, it really has a lot of impacts, and not being kind can really hurt people. And I said, yeah, it really can hurt people. And of course we want to have, I'm teaching them all the time about an empowered approach, and and it doesn't matter what the world throws at you. You can still be strong. You can still survive. You can still do more than that. You can thrive. You can be happy. You can be healthy. You can be full of love, even if aside from and especially because bad stuff happens. But man, it's an uphill battle for some people. And just be kind. And I haven't always been kind. Who of us has? So I'm remembering right now and saying I'm sorry to all the people that I've judged, that I've tried to fit into a box, that I've said you're not okay because you don't fit into the box of what I think is okay or normal or acceptable. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Andy, for all the ways that I've judged you. And maybe you've been like, oh wow, Andy's kind of crazy, And that's not really my real feeling. Those are just my fears. My real feeling is like, Andy, you are fucking awesome. I love you. I'll miss you. I didn't spend nearly enough time with you, and I'm not gonna say oh, we should have done this, we should have done that. You lived where you lived, I lived where I lived. It happens. We're cousins. But I just want you to know, wherever you are, your free spirit is appreciated. It's accepted. It's recognized as amazing and as awesome. And I love you. And I will remember to be more kind